Every winter when I share a picture of my outdoor cats on Facebook on their cat page, someone will say, those cats need to be inside, please bring them inside, it's too cold. So today I'm going to share why I don't bring them inside. So there's a few reasons for this. First, the outdoors is their home. They're not friendly enough to bring inside, to have as a pet cat, so they'd have to be trapped, which is traumatic for the cats and traumatic for me, and all the extra planning and time because they've already been trapped to get fixed. So trapping them a second time is complicated. And we do have a drop trap we could use. But that's traumatic for the cats too. And then we'd have to figure out where to put them. We could have put them in the garage. That's only going to be a little bit warmer than outside. And outside for them, we have a shed that has heated cat houses in it, and they're already used to using that. So, we did have a couple nights this week where it was below 0. That's pretty cold for here. But this is our 7th or 8th winter of feeding outdoor cats and helping outdoor cats. And we've never had one die from exposure. Like, they seem to do fine. Like, they know to go in the shed or there are other shelters out here. And we always have it seems like at least a few days every winter where it's below 0. And since we've never lost one from exposure, it just kind of gives me confidence that the system works with the shelters that we have set up. And if we were to bring them in, like, our house isn't that big. We do have an extra bedroom. That's a room we call our cat room. And it has a bunch of cat shelves in it. And that's complicated because it's not that big. And we'd probably have to set up a dog cage for them. We only have one. And I don't know if the two cats could be together. Like, and they're friendly outside with each other, but I don't know if they could be that contained. And letting them have free reign in the room, that could be a disaster when it's time to put them back outside. And then that puts their scent on everything, which the indoor cats aren't going to like when they go back. And it takes the room away from the indoor cats, and some of them hang out in the room every day. So it's just complicated. It's not as easy as it seems, since the 2 outdoor cats we have now are not friendly enough to just pick them up and bring them inside or take them somewhere warm. And creating something warm enough in the garage just also feels complicated. They're not used to being contained like that. So that's why we just leave them outside. They made it through. They still get their wet food every morning if they want it. They can come out and eat it before it freezes. Like, we have routines where we can check on them. And we just trust the system that we learn about having appropriate shelters for outdoor cats. You can use the container style. We have a shed. Before we even really knew what we were doing, one winter we just had a big straw fort for the cats. That was enough to help the cats get through. They probably had other places they were staying too. But there's things you can do to help them stay warm without taking them out their environment for a couple days, because that's stressful for the humans, stressful for the cats. But if you have a big house, lots of extra rooms or space, and are confident in your abilities to contain a unhappy feral cat inside, you could bring him in for a few days when it's extra cold. But then you have to be prepared for what happens if they're the one cat. Once they're inside, they're happy to be in there. You might have another indoor cat on your hands, or you'll need to find it a home. Anyway, we trusted our system, and the cats made it through, and that's why we don't bring them in. Thank you so much for watching. If you have more questions, just feel free to leave a comment.